Good morning, everybody. Morning, Josan. My name's London Breed. I'm the mayor of San Francisco, and I'm so excited to be here today with so many incredible leaders in our community. Many of you know I am so committed to ensuring that we build affordable housing in a community, when we build affordable housing in a community, that we build it for the residents who live in that community, who need it the most, and who can barely afford to live here. Chinatown is an amazing neighborhood, but it also has many low-income residents who badly need affordable housing. A great project is being built nearby, 88 Broadway, which also includes a connecting senior building at 735 Davis Street. This 100% affordable housing project will provide 178 units of homes for families and seniors. Now that's really exciting. Many of the affordable units in the senior housing development are unfortunately still too expensive for the seniors who live there. In fact, 56% of all seniors living in all of District 3 are at 30% of area median income and below, and for Chinatown, the percentage is even higher. Opportunities for affordable housing must reflect neighborhood need, and that means this senior housing cannot be set at affordable levels that Chinatown seniors can't afford. The city is making these senior housing units even more affordable. So today is why we're here to announce that we're going to be doing this by buying down the affordability levels on 13 of those units, which will move these homes from 60% of area median income to 30% of area median income. And let me tell you what that means. A studio, which would have cost $1,244 a month, will now be $621 a month. For a one-bedroom, which would have cost $1,421 a month, it will now cost $710 a month. The deepened affordability is made possible through the city's investment of $1.5 million. This investment represents my commitment that when we build housing that our city needs, that we need to keep the neighborhood strong by making sure that the people who live in these communities where we build affordable housing can actually qualify for the housing that we build. I'm truly proud of the work that has gone into this project, and I want to thank Bridge Housing, the John Stewart Company, the Port of San Francisco, the Mayor's Office of Community Housing and Community Development, and I want to acknowledge our community partners in this effort: Chinatown Community Development Center, the Chinese Progressive Association, the Community Tenants Association, and I also like to thank Barbary Coast Neighborhood Association for their support. This is truly a project that is a part of this community, and we want to make sure that the people from this community have a real shot at maintaining and continuing to be a part of this community, which is why this investment is so important, and I am so grateful to all of you for working with us to make it possible. And with that, one of our champions on the state side as it relates to affordable housing, and someone who is constantly working hard not only for the residents here in Chinatown, but for all residents in San Francisco, our Assembly Member David Chu.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good morning, everyone. I think it's fitting that this morning, as it's been raining, just as this press conference is starting, the sun is coming out. Because as our city has been experiencing the intensity of the housing challenges that we have, today is a bright spot and an important announcement in how we move things forward. Let me start by thanking Mayor Breed, your city departments for your investment in real affordability and your leadership in ensuring that projects like this move forward. As a resident, I'm very grateful to you and what everyone here is doing. I will also say, as a former supervisor of District 3, I want to thank the neighborhood associations, particularly the Barbary Coast Neighborhood Association. I want to thank our nonprofit organizations from CCDC to CTA to CPA. I want to thank Bridge Housing and the John Stewart Company and others for moving forward this important project. And I will say, as a chair of the Assembly Housing Committee, I want to thank Governor Brown and my fellow colleagues, my fellow legislators, for voting and signing AB 1423. Some of you may have known that we had to get changes to our state public trust law in order for the 88 Broadway project to include a child care center, as well as to have the mixed income affordability that is the hallmark of this project. It takes all of us working together to ensure that we are addressing our housing challenges, and from my perspective, this is exactly the kind of project that we should be building. Projects that build affordable housing, that build community, that takes care of families, that takes care of our immigrants, that takes care of our seniors. This is what San Francisco is about, and I just want to thank everyone who has come together for this important announcement. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce one of the partners in this effort who's helping with the development of this project, Maria DeBoer, who is the Vice President of Development for Bridge Housing.
Thank you, Mayor Breed. Good morning or good afternoon. My name is Marie DeBoer with Bridge Housing. We're one of the co-developers along with the John Stewart Company. 88 Broadway is a mixed-use, multi-generational development providing a broad range of housing needs, including affordable housing, middle-income housing, and housing for the formerly homeless. The project also includes retail, a community serving child care center with programs and supports for all children of all income levels, and incorporates a robust services plan that attends to the needs of the seniors, families, and formerly homeless tenant populations that will be living there. The John Stewart Company and Bridge Housing are co-developers on this project and are very excited about the deeper affordability levels at the 88 Broadway and 735 Davis projects. The added 30% units will serve very low-income residents. It will be one additional step towards meeting the deep and continued need to create affordable housing opportunities and will be reflective of the housing need in the Chinatown and the broader community. The proposed project will pursue the city's goal of integrating a diverse population within both the family and the senior components of the project. AMI levels in the family project will range from 30% AMI to 120% AMI, with 5 30% units. At the senior building, rents will range from 30% to 70% AMI and will include a 28% homeless set-aside, as well as the 13 30% units that were just added. The developers have done extensive community outreach and held close to 30 public meetings to obtain approval for the 88 Broadway and 735 Davis projects. Early planning began in 2014 for this project, when Mo City embarked on an ambitious goal to form the 88 Broadway Working Group to receive community input while conceptualizing this affordable housing project. As a result of early engagement and the continued relationships with the community, the city's vision to create a broad range of affordable housing is finally moving forward. We're excited to start construction in the second quarter of 2019, and we'll have the first apartments become available to residents in the summer of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you. Chinatown Community Development has been an incredible force of working with the community to make sure that our seniors have access to safe, affordable housing. And they are the ones who brought to my attention the concern about the ability for the residents, the seniors of Chinatown, to actually have access to these particular units because the affordability levels were too high. At this time, I'd like to bring up Reverend Norman Fong, who is the Executive Director of Chinatown Community Development, to say a few words and talk about the incredible work that they continue to do to support our seniors.
Okay, first turn to the person to your left and right and say, "You're beautiful." Mayor, you're beautiful. Mayor's Office of Housing. All right. It's a beautiful day in San Francisco, and we're here at the heart of San Francisco's beginning. This is it. This is where our city grew from. Till today, there are still many seniors that live in Chinatown in single rooms. I think we can do better. So today we celebrate every genius, well, okay, the mayor and others who added some. Of course, we want more, but today symbolizes the heart of San Francisco, showing real compassion for seniors that should not have to suffer at the gracious years, golden years of their lives. So that's why we're here. But also, I want to celebrate the team. I want to celebrate CPA, the Community Tenants Association, seniors themselves who said we need to get more affordable housing. So this change of percentage from 60 to 30% is a big deal. And so we got to do more of this. Mayor Breed, I know you will do more wherever we can find a way to build more affordable housing, reflecting the true heart of San Francisco and making it beautiful. All right.
And we do have a representative from the Community Tenants Association. We're going to ask Ms. Zhang to come up now and say a few words.
大家好，我係社區志客聯會副主席鄭佩健，很高興知道百老匯街未來的可負擔房屋計劃中有單位撥給長者申請，不過當單位收入要求租金水平為60啲嘅 percent 地區中嘅收入嘅中位數。 我相信不少只有固定收入的長者難以負擔，甚至不合資格申請。
Hi everyone, my name is Pei Jensen, Vice President of Community Tenants Association. We are so glad to see that the future affordable housing project at Broadway have units set aside for seniors. However, I believe a lot of seniors cannot afford or don't even qualify to apply when the income requirement and rent level is at 60% AMI.
但現在終於有好消息，透過不同社區嘅人士，市長暴力得極力爭取降低可負擔房屋的申請門檻，成功讓其中13個單位改為3%嘅地區收入中30%嘅地收入中位數，令長者真正負擔到家舍房屋。在此，志客會想多謝社區人士和市長布利德嘅努力。
But now we have a good news. The community and Mayor Breed have been advocating for lower affordability threshold, and now the requirement of 13 of the units are lowered to 13% AMI level, which senior can truly afford. Mayor Breed and all community members, thank you for your work.
不過，這只是第一步，日後市府和社區仍然攜手努力。在此，志客會呼籲大家在11月選舉中支持司提案，他將會目前志在散房得一個人和家庭，增加可負擔房屋嘅供應。 亦會撥款清潔街道，整頓使用。最重要的是，司提案由大企業家支付，在不浪費公帑的前提下，付諸實際行動，提供資源，幫助最有需要的人，有個安樂窩。多謝大家。
Yet, this is just the first step. The city and the community still need to work closely to fight for more housing. CTA also wants to use this opportunity to ask everyone to vote yes on Prop C in November election. Prop C will provide more affordable housing opportunity for individuals, families, and homeless people. It also helps to create a cleaner city. Most importantly, the tax increase suggested by Prop C will not affect individual or small business because it targets large enterprise that has revenues above $50 million. Prop C will address the current housing crisis. Vote yes on Prop C. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now I'd like for Shasan Liu to speak from the Chinese Progressive Association.
Thank you, Mayor Breed, and thank you, everyone. And thank you to CTA for those words. My name is Shasan Liu. I'm the organizing director at the Chinese Progressive Association here in San Francisco. We are an organization educating and organizing working families, youth, tenants, and seniors in San Francisco. And I think it's just fitting that we're marking progress for the struggles for our community to find affordable housing here in Portsmouth Square and here in the heart of Chinatown, which has such a long legacy of community advocacy that has led to the types of livable community that we've been able to build here in San Francisco and in Chinatown. And while we have a long ways to go, we're very proud of being part of that legacy. And we're also proud members of the Chinatown Coalition for Housing Justice, which is a coalition of organizations based here in Chinatown that began organizing back in 2015, around the time that we really saw the very bleak impacts of gentrification starting to hit Chinatown, with SRO rents going up drastically from an average of $600 a month to $1,000 a month, and seeing the influx of developers trying to profit off of the housing that we believe should be preserved for low-income seniors and families who are working and providing services to the city of San Francisco. When we first learned about this project, we were very concerned about the affordability levels, and it was part of a whole program of work that was happening at the time, conversations, surveys, forums that were being held in Chinatown because of the concerns of the community that even affordable housing was just far beyond the reach. And I really appreciate the mayor for naming that these developments need to be accessible to the communities that they're intended to serve. And we have to recognize that affordable for someone who is working a minimum wage job in San Francisco is very different from affordable for someone who's working a different kind of income. So we have to make sure that housing is accessible to all. And we've lost too many already of our working families, our blue-collar workers, our immigrant families. Too many people have had to move to Antioch and Concord and Pittsburgh and out of the Bay Area in order to survive. So as CPA and as members of the Chinatown Coalition for Housing Justice, we are really happy today to mark this sign of progress and this step to show that when community partners and developers and the city come together to really think about solutions and recognize the need, that we can come up with creative solutions to make San Francisco a place that all of us can afford to stay. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, and thank you to all of our partners that are here today. We know that San Francisco has a long way to go to address what we know is a serious crisis as it relates to affordable housing. And part of my goal as mayor is to make sure that we support the surrounding communities, especially, as I said, when we build affordable housing in a neighborhood, it is important that we look at who is in that neighborhood and how are we going to make sure that the people who are part of that community, that shop in that community, that are part of the fabric of that community, have a real opportunity to maintain their lifestyle in that particular community. And that's what this is about. But we have to do more. We have to make sure that we do everything we can to build more housing at different affordability levels, because as was said before, someone working minimum wage, someone on Social Security, a family of four, it varies for each family. And so we need to make some adjustments in how we provide housing here in San Francisco, and working together we'll do just that. Thank you all again so much for being here today.